What's up, tribe? Today I want to show you guys the new bow that I just purchased. Now, like most of you, I did tons of research online before I ended up pulling the trigger on this, and I wanted a good budget bow, but I also didn't want a piece of junk. And that landed me between the Bear Species and a PSE Stinger. And I ended up choosing the PSE Stinger, and this is the ready to shoot model. I'll go over a little bit more of like what that comes with here in a second and kind of dive more into why I did not choose the Bear Species. And this is just from the outside looking in on it. It looked like there was a lot more Bear Species for sale on like the used market, which kind of tells me that people probably buy these as a starter bow. It's not what they want, and then they upgrade the year after. This one was a little bit more expensive, but it seems like people hold on to them a little bit longer and, you know, do the accessories. I may be wrong on this, and this might be a bow that I'll upgrade next year, but I actually bought it to keep for the long haul, unless I get super into archery, you know, turn into like a John Dudley or something like that. With this ready to shoot model, what it actually comes with is your sights, a whisker biscuit, a stabilizer, and a quiver that I don't have on it at the moment. The accessories that come on it are, I mean, they're decent. Like it comes with I don't know if you can see this, but it's got a glow sight on there, which is pretty cool. It's got a few more pins on it than I would like, so I'll probably end up upgrading that just because I would like to have maybe just a 3-pin. Who knows? Maybe I will use that, but I don't plan on shooting anything that's more than, you know, 40 yards, 30 yards away from me anyways. So yeah, purchased this at Bass Pro Shops. I did their online order and pick up in store option, which they send you over email, and they're like, yeah, don't come to the store until we send you an email because your order isn't processed yet, yada yada. I didn't care. I like wandering around Bass Pro Shops anyways. Plus I needed to pick up my arrows and my release, my tips, and the target also. All the stuff that like I wanted to see in person before I actually bought it. I ended up getting these arrows right here, which are the Hunter X3 Blackouts, which is like Bass Pro Shops brand. They're a carbon arrow. I mean, I don't really know a lot about them right now. I haven't done tons of research, but I mean, they seem decent as of right now. And then I ended up having to get some field point targets or field point tips for it as well, which, I mean, it should have been common sense stuff, but it wasn't. I didn't really think about it. I just thought that all arrows came with those tips on them, and I didn't know that they also cut the arrows to your draw length. So when I got in there, I purchased all that stuff. Once they sent me the message and told me that the bow was ready for me to pick up, I took it back to the archery department, had my draw length set. They set you up with, or they get you sighted in at 20 yards, fairly close anyways. And then they cut the arrows for you too, which I thought was pretty cool. And yeah, so one good thing I will say about being in there, and I don't know that it's just the staff or what it was, like I've heard bad things about Bass Pro Shops, I've heard good things, which I mean, it is like a big store. So I never once felt rushed by the staff. So when I first got there, there were tons of people that like kept coming in. I'd say tons, but there was like 3 people waiting behind me in line to get their bow either looked at or to get a new one set up. I never once felt rushed. So every question I asked was answered, and I wasn't like pushed along of like, hey, come on, let's go. When I was getting sighted in, he took his time with me, made sure that I was, you know, doing everything correctly, gave me some tips on what I was doing wrong, which with the tips, I'm sure that every beginner that comes in there makes the same mistakes for the most part. So he was probably just correcting stuff that he corrects all day long. But yeah, other than that, I am super excited about this thing. I can't wait to start upgrading. Like I said, the sight's the first thing I want to upgrade, and then probably go into a new stabilizer. I did end up purchasing the wrist sling right off the bat, just because I don't want to drop my bow. So that was an extra purchase. Also put a kisser button on it right there. So for those of you that don't know, and take into account, guys, if you're a professional archer and you're watching this video, just know that I am by no means a professional, and that this is my first bow, and I'm just learning. I'm giving information that I was looking for whenever I purchased this. But yeah, anyways, the kisser button is this little guy right here, and you either put the side of your lip in it or your nose. All it is an anchor point so that you're doing the same thing consistently. All the videos that I've watched online pretty much say to do everything the exact same every single time, and that's gonna help your accuracy out a lot. So, yep, that's it guys. That is my PSE Stinger Max. Right now we have it set up at 30 inches on the draw. I probably need a little bit more just because I have a pretty big wingspan, but I'll probably just get that out of my D-loop or something like that. Yeah, we've already taken it on one turkey hunt, which I have the videos. They just need to be edited a little bit. It was unsuccessful, spoiler alert. There's probably a lot of beginner mistakes, but I can't wait to post that up. If you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you follow this page. I'm just starting this channel out, sorry. I don't know why I'm getting my words tangled up now, but just now starting this channel out. We're gonna try to grow it, guys. Yeah, it's gonna be a new idea. I'm really into outdoor stuff, really into fitness, so I'm just gonna pretty much take you guys through my life. But anyways, that's the PSE Stinger Max.